streams.
Guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the month, or what are we gonna call this?
This is gonna be the month of maybes.
What are we gonna do?
Maybe everything. Who knows? We don't know, you don't know, nobody knows, but we're gonna do something.
For sure what we're gonna do is we're gonna upload a video for every single day for the rest of May. So if you guys don't follow Cletus McFarland, he's done it for 3 years in a row. The month of freedom, where he uploads a video every day. Tried doing daily uploads in the past. I think I did like a whole month at one time. It was a challenge. I feel like what's been kind of happening with the videos around the shop, we don't have enough footage, or we don't have parts, or we don't have this, or we're waiting on that. So we don't end up getting like a good video, you know, like a nice one of the videos that you guys have been used to seeing basically this year, ever since Charles has been, you know, editing and filming and doing a lot of the stuff on the channel. We have a lot of stuff to do, and that's why we're calling it the month of maybes. Maybe we'll do
something here, maybe we'll do something there. Maybe we won't do anything, but you guys will find out, I guess, every week, every day. Every day, yeah.
So basically what I want you guys to do is hit that subscribe button and that notification bell if this is your first time here, or if you guys have just been lurking for a little bit. Sean he insulated this in the front of the shop today. When we moved into the shop, the office was here, but it was not insulated. It needed some paint and stuff on the inside. They were just kind of getting it all set up. This is how it was.
And I know all you drywall guys are already thinking, didn't stagger the boards, but we're not gonna stagger them here. We're not gonna mud it. We're not gonna tape it. We're just putting them up there, calling it good. Maybe painting it, but
we probably won't even end up painting it. Yeah. Really, the only reason we're putting the drywall on here is we had a couple extra sheets, and then it'll also keep some of the sound down in here. So like if we're in there screaming or yelling, whoever's working out here in the shop doesn't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
We don't want to interrupt anybody's, you know, day out here. Essentially the plan is to start setting up the paint booth. I don't know if we're gonna get to that today. This is a little bit of the paint booth right here. It has these 2 extra fans, which I don't even know what those are doing, but the real fan is actually right here. So this is 24-inch, and we actually have a 3-phase motor. We're trying to get a single-phase motor for it, or try to get a like a phase converter with like a VFD on it, I think, so that way we could slow that thing down. Because I think the 24-inch one's like really rip. With that, we want to slow it down a little bit so that way it doesn't drag a bunch of dirt and stuff through the paint. That's kind of the update for now. Sean's gonna go ahead and finish doing this. Maybe I'll update you guys here in a little bit and let you guys know what else we're gonna get done.
yeah, that works for me. Maybe.
Next thing on the agenda is we need an AC unit in the office right here. And so I think this is gonna be a good place, right? Right there?
Somewhere on this wall. All the studs on this wall are all 24 to center, so there's plenty of room to frame one in, or depending on which one you get. So he's gonna go buy one, bring it back. We're gonna frame it in, mount it, wire it up, drywall around it,
and then when we're in here live streaming, so we actually got this computer set up for my buddy. Remember the guy that was out here the other day, Willer Z? He does a lot of the Twitch streaming. We've been talking a lot about going live and doing a bunch of stuff like that. So we basically got his old gaming rig, and we were set up 100% everything here to do a live stream. So we got the Ethernet cable ran from the DSL modem, but the internet out here is pretty bad. We have about 22 megabytes a second down, and then 1.5 up at best. Yeah, and so even with a hardwired connection, we tried to go live on YouTube, and we basically spent, what was it? That was Thursday, right?
We spent like all morning getting ready.
All day.
100-foot Ethernet cable. We moved a bunch of stuff, drilled holes and pulled cables through stuff, and then went to go live, and it just didn't
yeah, it wouldn't even let us like go live because the connection was so bad. So what I basically did is ordered a Starlink to a different address because it's not available right here, and then we're going to try to transfer the address here. So if you guys know anything about like trying to set up like a Starlink at a place that technically is like at capacity for Starlink, but you could order one to another address. So that's what I did. So we're getting Starlink here. Hopefully we have that within the next week. But overall, I would just like to go, I'd like to go live out here. It'd be nice to just like go for a little live junkyard walk.
Like the internet's barely good enough to like get text messages, I feel like.
Yeah. Now what I gotta do is I gotta drive the GTR to Home Depot and see if I could stuff an AC unit in there. It'll fit. It should fit. If not, I'll just put it in the passenger seat. And by the time we get back, Sean is gonna be done with this. So the office is looking great. I'm excited to do some live streaming stuff. And then maybe for the month of maybe we could live stream if we have a good enough internet. I'm gonna go fire up the GTR and we're gonna rip to Home Depot. A little windy. I really like this thing. So the GTR has this little limp mode. It sounds terrible. The cool thing is with the ECU tech is you go here to DTC tool, clear all, and then we can rip again. I think it does it at like 4,000 RPMs. I'm curious. Jamie was driving it the other day. It ended up doing that to her, but I guess you could do 80. So that's not bad. At least you can drive home with it being in limo. But I think it needs the VCT. There's like some O-rings in the front cover. I think that are leaking a little bit or they need replaced. And I think then we won't have to deal with this code. Because pretty much I have to clear it once or twice every time I drive it for like 30 minutes or so. So as long as you're driving it, it's fine. But as soon as you drive it and then come to a stop, like a stoplight, then it gets mad and it does that little thing. So it's such a good car. It's such a good car. Like it almost makes me not want to work on anything else because I feel like I don't need to work on the other cars to make them cool anymore because I already have a cool car, which is this thing. Which I already have a bunch of other cool cars, but this one it's just different. You know, it's just a little bit different. So this is the unit that I got. They had a 5,000 BTU unit or they had a 6,000 BTU.
This is plenty.
And I said that's perfect.
What is this?
It has a remote.
250 square feet. So what is this? 20 by.
This is pretty much
200.
This is pretty much 20 by 12 and a half. So this is exactly what we need. Exactly. To a T, and it has a remote.
Is it 120?
Yeah, perfect. It better be. 3-in-1 comfort. It cools, dehumidifies, and ventilates.
Yeah, 120.
So where do we put it? Do we put it right here?
What we need to look at? I don't know. We need to look in the office, look at that, and then make a frame.
Okay. John, it didn't fit?
I hope. It might, maybe.
Oh, yep. We have an AC now. How's it look?
I don't know, it looks beautiful. Let's see, how does it look back here?
Oh, look, you got built a little shelf for it.
I need to build a support up here, but
That should be good.
While Sean is figuring out some of this stuff, I'm gonna take you guys outside to a car that I bought a couple months ago. Probably shouldn't have bought it, but it was a good deal, you know? And I was just like, okay, this car's like 900 bucks, but I could probably buy it and sell it for like 2,500 or 3,000, especially with the cost of fuel right now. This would be a great little daily driver for somebody. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it inside or pull it over here and see if we can diagnose it real quick, because it gets warm when you're driving on the highway, but it has a little bit of coolant leak, so we're gonna try to figure that out. All right, so this right here is the car in question. This is like an 06 Scion TC. I picked it up. It was actually kind of a friend or one of Jamie's friends. It was her brother's, and his parents were essentially selling it. They told us they'd sell it to us for 900 bucks, or they were gonna list it on Craigslist. And so they ended up listing it on Craigslist, and he got a bunch of people interested in it. He's like, hey, I'd rather sell it to you, because I didn't want to go pick it up. So I was like, okay, if you deliver it, you know, then I'll take it. So he delivered it. But Scion TC, 225,000 miles on it. It smells like cigarettes and cologne. We're gonna have to figure out how to get this thing out, but I really like this shifter. But this thing should get like 30 some miles a gallon. Would be a great little daily driver right now for somebody, especially with the cost of fuel. So I'm assuming I should be able to sell this thing pretty quick for pretty cheap. It looks like somebody was definitely angry at one point in time, because that's like if I was mad, like that's it right there. You know, if I was like this guy and I felt like that, I'd probably, you know, that'd be good. So we're gonna pull this thing over, hopefully not let it get too hot, because I need to pull the exhaust manifold off, try to figure out the leak.
ain't much, but it's honest work.
There it is. So Sean built this little bridge, right?
Yeah, I just tied this thing into the studs basically, but just for a little extra support, I just basically screwed these up into there. So, yep.
And then basically did this thing in the back, and then screwed that in from the front. So now this, I don't think it's going anywhere.
No, it's good.
The AC is working in there. I'm not gonna mess with this thing at all today. I think it's just that gasket or whatever. So I'm gonna do a little bit of research online. I should probably quit messing with like cheaper cars like that, but it's just hard. And I had them deliver it to me too. So it didn't take a whole lot of time out of my day. I figure when we're waiting on parts and some other stuff, it's just something I could have kind of Sean do in the background. That also brings in a little bit more revenue. But if you guys like the month of maybes, let me know, and stay tuned for tomorrow's video where maybe we'll do something cool, maybe we won't. But see you guys later.